Hey, welcome to another Flights with Joel. This one is a little different. It's going to go a little quicker, I hope. I'm using some footage from the Twitch channel as the startup, which I like to go through the startup, but especially for this, I was very impressed. This is the Nemeth Designs development group, S300. It's a single-engine, light utility helicopter manufactured by the Schweitzer Aircraft Company. The helicopter is relatively inexpensive to operate and maintain and is known for its reliability, having proven itself over decades. The S300 is popular for a number of applications, including rotary wing, flight training, agriculture, general aviation, and more. I saw this on the marketplace, having no idea it was coming out. It turns out you can actually get it on their website as well for a few pennies less. I have been very impressed with it. It's very fun. I flew it around a bit. I did a full startup. The checklist in-game is great. It's better than most. And the detail is fantastic, except for one little thing which I'll talk about during the start. All right, this is a Twitch stream edit. So we're going to jump to Twitch here, and we will see what's going on with the... So there'll be some bells and whistles, some weird stuff, you know, that we do on the Twitch. And then I'll just jump back in and fly the rest of this little go-around here. Do something in the background now. So there it is. There it is. Now, the biggest quirk is sitting next to me, which as soon as I open something here, just want to get something in the background in case I feel like I need music today, which I might not. I might not even feel like it. It's a very different day. Nobody's watching. I don't need music. I hope somebody's watching. So here we go. This is the funny part. Get ready. Get ready for the funny. Alrighty. I mean, maybe it's not funny. Maybe he's had a terrible accident. I don't know. But gotta get this just right. See what is going on inside there. Now, you don't see this when you're in the helicopter, and mostly we're going to be in it. But what is, I mean, how? I mean, what? People's biggest concern was that there wouldn't be any updates. This is one of the very few updates I think it needs. Because while I'm out here, I guess actually the Cabri does this. But look at that. Look at that. That moves like it's supposed to. That moves as it is supposed to. And then we go back here. I'm going to do the same thing with video rolling at some point. Go back here. I don't know if I'll fly this Tuesday because it's not the best cruiser. And look at that. Look how good that is. That animation is great. You didn't want opening doors, did you? I hope you didn't want opening doors. You don't get it for this price. You don't get that. But still, things are snazzy in here. What is it? IMO. They're snazzy in here, IMO. But no. Nope. You can get the Coronado for that. Of course, it's not a helicopter. In a minute, I'm going to start this up. I did say I was going to show my controls. So this is my control options, and a lot of people have questions about this. If someone wants to clip this, that would be great for later. You'd need a long clip. So this is the Rhino. And I think the main thing you need to know, because the buttons are not that important. I mean, I will show you, this is, actually I shouldn't say that. This is important. Your elevator trim nose down. and your elevator trim longitudinal. I have those on this button here. The trim is right there, so that I have it well within reach. And you do, with all of the Sobo helicopters, they do need a fair amount of trim. With this helicopter, if you took the spring out, I think it would fly really good. I haven't done that yet, but I think if you took the spring away, it would fly really good. There are my sensitivity settings, and they're pretty much the same for all the helicopters. So I put the dead zone here. What is this dead zone for? Is it for this? Oh yeah, that's for a button I don't use anymore because it kind of is iffy. It's a little bit iffy. It's a little bit worn out because I bought it used. So those are the only, I think those are the only two you really need. I did give it a little more sensitivity, didn't I? Or I minused a little bit of sensitivity out. But if you have these flat, it's a good place to start. Start with these at totally zeroed out and then play with them a little bit either way. Not much. You don't want to curve here, in my opinion. You do not want to curve because you're going to want the smallest movements here. And here's the throttle settings. I don't even know. I guess you don't need the throttle settings, but it does have, this one does have a throttle. So you can, look at this. That's on my throttle. It does that. It's so exciting. Don't need the cabin heat. Turn that off. I know it's going to be hot where I'm going. Let's start it up. Oh, the other great thing about it. The other great thing about it is the checklist. There is no checklist. There's no manual that comes with it, but there's a great checklist. I think it's pretty good. All switches off. Okay, let's go through it. Let's go through the whole thing. Oh, I need that little, is Red Heron still here? This is the time. I need that thing. I need my cue. My little cue. You know the cue for... There it is.
Now, what I have for your starters today is a potato-encrusted scallop with lobster foam. And we're going to top that with some nice cream fraiche.
All righty. I can continue on this nice, quiet Saturday at the Flights with Joel. All switches off. So I think I can do this. Yes. All switches are off. Oh, also look. Look at that. They work. Oh, I just realized I'm going to need to change a setting, which I didn't even think that I would need today, but I do. I didn't know if my sim was going to start, so I didn't know if I would need control over the sound, the sim sounds, but I do. I need control. And they all, see, listen, look, listen how solid that is. It's great. Okay, check. Circuit breakers are in. Check. Throttle is closed, which was right here, and that's closed. That's closed. Back up here. Check. That's my camera. My new throttle is on the way. I don't know if anyone cares. My new Virpil is on the way. It's going to be here Wednesday, which is the first day of my week-long break from simming. So I would have a week, except I'm leaving to go to that event I was just talking about. Mixture knob, idle cutoff. Now that's kind of hard to see from here, but that is where it is. See, it's idle cutoff. Check. Fuel shutoff valve closed. So I believe that's closed. I think that means shut off. Fuel valve must be in closed full out position. Yes. Collective full down. It is. My hand is on it. It's full down. Restart. Battery on. Here we go. Now it's getting exciting. Battery's there. Also, these lights don't work. Like you can't, they didn't work for me to light it up. Maybe it's something I set weird. Check. Altimeter setting. Check. It is set correctly because I haven't changed the weather, but I will because it's probably some good weather. Here's the fuel right. What? Fuel quantity check. Did I miss something? Oh, quantity check. Yeah, quantity check. Fuel quantity check there. Fuel low warning light is RPM. Fuel low. It's off, so that's what we want. We don't want it on. The MR and transfer temp press. That's right here. That should be on because it needs to, that warning light should be on. The chip warning light is here, and that should be off. Rotor low RPM should be off. We haven't started anything. Clutch control switch to auto hold. Now, this is a new thing for me. Clutch control switch. It's not, yes, it's not. Is it this? Auto engage. Clutch control switch must be in the auto hold position. That is here. Auto hold position. Check. Auto engage switch off. This goes to off. Off. Okay. Auto engage light off. So that light should be off. Check. Clutch disengage on right there because it's not engaged. There we are. And engine start. There we go. Oh, I have to go to the top. There. This gets confusing sometimes. It doesn't start at the top. Why would it not start at the top? Fuel shut-off valve open. Set the fuel shut-off valve to open full in position. That's that guy. Love the sound. Throttle open. So I just opened it a little because I don't think you need it very much throttle. I just rolled it open. Fuel boost switch on. Here. Listen to that. Fuel mixture knob rich. Now, because of the altitude, I was thinking you would pull it out a little bit on this engine. You probably don't. Because the hell, you probably don't. Fuel mixture knob rich. Got it. Fuel pressure check. So that is right there. It's in the green. Fuel mixture idle. Fuel mixture knob idle cutoff. Now we pull it back out. Fuel boost pump off. Isn't that interesting, that procedure? Magneto to both. So you got the regular magneto switch like an aircraft because it's a gas engine, in case we didn't know. Start button press. Now I have the start button programmed on my controller because I had a little problem pressing it here at first. So you press the start button for 2 to 4 seconds and then you put the mixture knob in. There it goes. Now our clutch is disengaged, so it's going to sit there like that. Mixture rich, engine set. Now here's the great part. I can do this on my throttle. Engine set to 1400. There you go. There it is, right about there. Fun stuff. Temp pressure is off. MR transfer pressure off. So that's off. Yes, check. Fuel boost switch on. Oil pressure minimum 25 psi. Oil pressure right there. Right there. Alt switch on. Boom. There's something I missed yesterday when I was trying this. Collective is full down. Engine set to 1500 RPM. Stabilize and keep engine around 1500. Now that doesn't quite work, but you try it. Auto engage slow. So that's right here. You set this to slow. That one. To slow. Not fast, but slow. There you go. And the engine's just kind of moving around a little. Auto engage on lamp on. Clutch control switch engage. Uh-oh, it looks like it was. There it goes. See how it loses all the RPM? I'm rolling the throttle up, but it's not doing much. So here we go. Look at how good that is. Tail rotor is here in the 145. Hello. Hello, hello. Listen to it, though. Listen to that. There it goes. There it goes. Next on the list, clutch disengagement off. So that is this. Should be off right here. Oh, it's louder inside than out. Oopsie. Engine set to 2600 RPM. So you just roll the it's coming up. It's going to get there. It's coming up. Now somewhere is a governor. I haven't found it. Oh, there it is. Left, right. I didn't use the governor before. I didn't need it. So that's coming up. Oil temperature above 7500. There's the temp. It is. That's rolled all the way up. The throttle's rolled all the way up. Turn this down a wee bit so I can hear me. Oil pressure between 35 and 95. That is the oil pressure right there in the green, basically. The temperature, that light should be off. Rotor RPM warning light should be off. Chip light should be off. That's a chip light right there. Fuel low light should be off. You should have enough fuel. That's important. People know that I don't always. Is that everything? That's everything. Hover and take off. So what they skipped here, so the hover to 3 feet, engine RPM 2600 maintained, climb out perform, transitional lift achieve. There we go. There we go. Now it's going to be hard for me to video this live, if you know what I mean, but they skipped the lights. So you might want to turn your lights on, because I was flying around with no lights, as there's nothing on the checklist about the lights, which is a kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing, you know, lights are important. Also, if you want GPS, you can turn the GPS on. And we're pretty much ready to go. Now, I still don't really know where the governor is. The governor says left, right. So I'm assuming, well, let's bring this back down. It was more fun to leave the governor off and just play with it. It wasn't too difficult. You keep it in the green. Is basically it. So I'm going to try doing that again. Close this panel. And I need to concentrate now. This is very difficult. Very difficult. There it is, all running. With the poor fella. The poor fella. Oh, and I tried to take that out. I couldn't. I could not get that out. So I went in here and I worked on getting rid of that. I assume that's the passenger. He would not disappear. I don't think either one of them will. And here we are back in the helicopter, finishing that flight we started at the beginning. Word of warning before I forget. It may not work as well on Xbox. It may not work at all. There have been a few people that have had trouble with controls, but many people are having a really good time with this helicopter. If you have never flown helicopters in a simulator, this may not be the one to start with, unless, of course, you're a professional helicopter pilot. Then it's probably not going to be a problem for you at all. As I say, I'm just loving it. I'm having a good time. Thanks so much for watching. It just took me a minute to get used to the fact that it's difficult. It's not the easiest heli in the sim. There we go. It does appears I did get it figured out. It's got an auto rotation. It's not super realistic. It's kind of easy, but it does it. The needle split. That's a big one for me. Wonderful little helo. Looks nice. Feels nice. And ignore the ratings. That's all I can say. Ignore the ratings. HeliSimmer likes it. What can I say? Come back, check out all the videos. Flights with Joel. It's on Twitch. Yada, yada, yada. Have a good evening, afternoon, morning, middle of the night. Whatever it is for you. Take care.